KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
Attention business owners, you and your customers are listening to this commercial right now. Face it, every business needs customers, even yours. The Sports Circus is a primetime nationally syndicated program that's carried on ABC, NBC, CNBC, and Westwood One News affiliates, plus CBS, Fox, and NBC sports affiliates across North America with coverage from Hawaii to New York. Also, the Sports Circus is available to the 180 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, and the Sports Circus gets about 4 million website visitors per month, which could click through your website and bring sales. The Sports Circus provides great content featuring celebrity guests from sports and entertainment to our audience every weekday, which your company could greatly benefit from by increasing your visibility, foot traffic, eyeballs to your website, and calls from potential customers. Call us right now at 702-799-9935. Again, 702-799-9935, or email us at info@thesportscircus.com. That's info@thesportscircus.com. Drive your sales today by advertising with the Sports Circus.
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com, or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.
Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you start up with capital, business strategy, sales, and marketing, and establish your company with a physical location or an online presence on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea. Then American Business Trust can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com. Or call them at 657-600-1876. That's American Business Trust Company. 657-600-1876. Call them today. They'll help your business right away. That's American Business Trust Company. Online at abtrustco.com. American Business Trust Company.
Michael Short! There's your long ball. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Welcome to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal. Today's show is brought to you by Cali Vegas, helping people just like you create and host your very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk show. Cali Vegas can help you with everything you need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic like you're doing right now and host your very own talk show in your very own studio. Call Cali Vegas at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Or visit them online at calivegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. And tell them the Sports Circus sent you. And a big welcome to everybody listening in on iHeartRadio and our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, as well as those listening on Spotify and our streamers on thesportscircus.com. Folks, it is a circus. We've got a dog in here. We've got a youngster in here. We have a young lady in here. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nayeli Cordova.
What the hell are you doing in here?
I have no idea. That's what I'm still trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure it out, too. I know, we're picking everybody up off the street. We got somebody over here running cameras. We're also live. We're also on channel 18.8 right here in Las Vegas. That would be KHMP, 18.8. And I think that's 702tv.net as well. I believe you could stream it there as well. So, folks, everybody here in Las Vegas, yes, we're on live TV and everything else. So it's mayhem. And we have Nayeli here. And why are you here again?
I forgot my notes. Whoops.
You forgot your notes.
I knew I had to write it down. Why am I here? We'll figure it out as we move along.
Let's figure it out now because, you know, it might get worse down the road. We have a guest coming up at 1:15.
Well, last time I checked, let's see, last night I tried to take over the world, and I was trying to inform myself.
And who fired you?
I wasn't even hired that I know
but
of.
You were trying to take the world over. You got to remember, this is a sports show, so there's competition. Who's competing with you?
You just said the magic word, competition. I believe with unique technique, there's no need to compete.
That's what I have to say.
You should have put crickets. You should have put crickets in the background.
No, I don't need crickets. I have an explosion. The explosion's a lot better.
That was something for people to think about. You know, I like things. I go home and I think about what to think about. That's very important. Thinking.
And why? Why do you spend so much
time
thinking?
Why not?
Why would you? Look at everybody sitting in traffic right now is wondering, why are you worried about thinking?
That's a great time to think.
No, it's a terrible time to think.
No, it isn't.
No,
That's
because
a great
you bump into the guy in front of you or behind you or you don't check your blind spots, you run into somebody else over there.
That's exactly
and
what I
all hell can
mean.
break
People
loose.
are so wild because they don't stop and think.
Oh, they don't stop to think. No, really.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Yeah, right. Everyone's
And if
thinking.
they're stuck in traffic, that's a wonderful time to think about things.
Yeah, and folks,
Well,
here's you can reach her right now at.
Hey, maybe I'll give you a call sometime. Your number still 911? Oh,
Righty then.
Right. Okay, all right.
Just
so,
like that, only not.
So that would be Nayeli. All right. So anyway, this is a sports show. It is the Sports Circus, and folks, by the way, we have some really good special guests coming up, and that's at thesportscircus.com. Check out the website, and you can see all kinds of great guests coming up. I'm not even going to tell you. I don't have to tell you. Go to the website.
Come on, tell us.
No, but the fact is there's a lot of good people coming on. They're all good people, but a lot of superstars. We actually have 3 Hall of Fame football players coming on in the next couple of weeks or so, and also a very, very popular baseball World Series champion and manager as well. So these are some really big things that are happening for the Sports Circus, and let's face it, this is what we do here. We never know what's going to happen. That's why you're singing here.
Yeah, you know, and if I was a puppy, I would be wiggling my little tail because I'm excited. I really
we have
am.
one of those in here. What's the dog's name? What's his name?
His name is Chongo. Chongo.
All right, Chongo. All right, Chongo. So we're going to give you
What
an astounding round of applause. All right, because we had a little dog in here. Trying to figure out why we have that. But nonetheless.
Well, the point here is that if I was a little puppy, I would be wiggling my little tail because that's how I feel. I'm just very excited. I'm looking forward
What if you had a large tail?
Well, that could work too. Whatever works for you.
Then
The size of the tail should not matter.
Right.
We're talking about an imaginary tail anyways.
I'm
But
not talking. We have a dog with a tail
all I'm
in
trying
here.
to say is that I am so excited, looking forward to learning.
You have a dog that runs the agility course. It's an AKC champion, by the way.
I lost my train of thought. You just interrupted my inspiration.
That's
I was
because I
building
can.
like a little volcano.
Well,
I
we
was
don't have
building
time for
in my
that.
inspiration. Well, you know,
This
because
is
of
not the long reflective show.
the people who you mentioned, you know, I'm going to take a lot of notes because I'm educating myself even more
Help me, Rock.
in the sports field,
Help
the
me, Rock.
sports industry. Does that make sense? Because if it doesn't, it's okay.
Rock, help me. Are you around? Rock, are you there? Hello, Rock, are you there? Help me out, for Christ's sakes. The wheels are coming off.
I mean,
Crickets, please, in the background.
I'm just listening, trying to pick up some new information and some new life views from your guest over here.
New life views? This is not a life view
See, he
show.
thinks.
This is a circus.
That's because he thinks.
Life, and listen, we don't want to hear about his problems today. This is not about thinking. This has nothing to do with thinking.
Thinking is not a problem. It's a problem when you don't think.
Okay.
when problems
All right,
occur.
I'm not really sure how that works, but think about this. This is a sports show, and sometimes people outthink themselves on the field, on the court,
That's
on
true.
the ice, and thinking gets you into nothing but trouble.
But eventually everything's strategic.
Oh, okay. And how is
Right?
it strategic?
Well, you have to have a certain strategy with your moves.
Okay.
It's kind of like a little chess game.
If it's
something like
okay,
that.
so if it's
Little
let's say
something like that.
you're in
Just
the
like
boxing
that, only
ring.
not.
Let's say you're in the boxing ring. If you're in the
Okay.
boxing ring, if you think too much, what happens?
If I was no, that's
No.
a different
That's a
scenario. If I was in the boxing ring, I would just kick him right there and just move
You're
move
gonna
on
kick
in
him
life.
in the boxing ring? No, you're not going to kick anybody. You're going to have to
Well,
use your
why not?
hands. No,
Well,
and maybe you're thinking the MMA
That's-
in the
that's
octagon.
true, that's true.
Right? So you like the cage match.
I'm just thinking of the fastest defense. That's all. The improv defense, because obviously I'm not there. So if I was there for whatever reason randomly, then that's what I would do.
But you're not.
Exactly.
You're right
so what's
here.
your point?
My point is you're not making a point.
That's true. That
You're
means we
talking
gotta
in
think.
circles right now. See what this is one, Rock, this is one big digression. Please clean this up, would you, Rock?
I'm just trying to follow the stream here.
Buddy, there is no stream.
I see
It's nothing but chaos. No, it's not working.
Well, we do appreciate you paying attention to our rhetoric. Nayeli Cordova at a theater near you.
Over?
Theory near
Over? Nothing is over until we decide it is.
That would be me. All right, Rock, listen, man, we got about a minute left. Give me your best baseball something of the 4th of July weekend. Hurry up. And it doesn't have to be this year. It could be next year, the year after, or 10 years before. Now you got 50 seconds.
I got 50 seconds to say, at least from this year, because my memory is shot due to concussion, the funniest thing I saw was Joe Madden doing a spin move on Joe West. It looked like the worst offensive lineman and defensive lineman battle practice drill I've ever seen.
Joe West, I mean, how hard is it to, like, out-deke this guy? He's, about 300 pounds and about, 5'7"?
I mean, he's a biscuit under 400, I'd say.
A biscuit under 400. All right, well, guess what? For that biscuit, I'm getting hungry. All right, folks, we're going to be back here in a few minutes on the Sports Circus. Lots more to come. We have a special guest coming up. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a lot of fun and very informative. I think we're going to talk a little XFL. How about a little XFL, man? Don't go anywhere.
How about that?
Back in a few minutes.
Here's today's top automotive tech story. I'm Nick Miles. BMW technicians across the US are in for a digital overhaul. The luxury brand announced recently that it will equip its technicians with augmented reality smart glasses that it calls TussaVision smart glasses. While wearing a pair of the smart glasses, a technician can see, receive, and open documents and view them on the glasses. Wearable technology also provides a hands-free link to BMW or Mini engineers for issues. For more automotive tech news, go to testmiles.com.
Hop into the all-new greater-than-ever Corolla, now with a redesigned sporty exterior. The Toyota Safety Sense 2.0 comes standard with advanced tech safety features, bringing peace of mind to every drive. Go to toyota.com/testmiles for details.
You're listening to Global American Broadcasting, the Gab Radio Network. For more info on our programs and services, including technical operations and syndication, please visit gabradionetwork.com.
Attention business owners, you and your customers are listening to this commercial right now. Face it, every business needs customers, even yours. The Sports Circus is a primetime nationally syndicated program that's carried on ABC, NBC, CNBC, and Westwood One News affiliates, plus CBS, Fox, and NBC Sports affiliates across North America, with coverage from Hawaii to New York. Also, the Sports Circus is available to the 180 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, and the Sports Circus gets about 4 million website visitors per month, which could click through your website and bring sales. The Sports Circus provides great content featuring celebrity guests from sports and entertainment to our audience every weekday, which your company could greatly benefit from by increasing your visibility, foot traffic, eyeballs to your website, and calls from potential customers. Call us right now at 702-799-9935. Again, 702-799-9935. Or email us at info@thesportscircus.com. That's info@thesportscircus.com. Drive your sales today by advertising with the Sports Circus.
Here's today's top automotive tech story. I'm Nick Miles. Tesla has squeezed a 370-mile range out of its big battery Model S. Updates to the drivetrain add 10% more driving range to the 100D trim line, making the Model S the longest range EV in production. Tesla announced the updates to the Model S and Model X drivetrain, allowing the vehicle to get even more mileage out of the optional 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The Model X long range will stretch its range to 325 miles. For more automotive tech news, go to testmiles.com.
Hop into the all-new greater-than-ever Corolla, now with a redesigned sporty exterior. The Toyota Safety Sense 2.0 comes standard with advanced tech safety features, bringing peace of mind to every drive. Go to toyota.com/testmiles for details.
You're listening to Global American Broadcasting, the Gab Radio Network. For more info on our programs and services, including technical operations and syndication, please visit gabradionetwork.com.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal. This segment is brought to you by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and peace of mind for less than $1 a day. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, estate planning, contracts given to you that you don't understand, and plus dirty fingernails. Call Legal Shield right now at 213-245-1305 for legal help for less than $1 a day. 213-245-1305, or visit them at nocourt.us. That's nocourt.us, and tell them the Sports Circus sent you. A big welcome to everybody watching us on KHMP television right here in Las Vegas, channel 18.8, and also those listening in on iHeartRadio, CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates, and Spotify. And, folks, we have a very special guest with us today. In fact, I'm going to let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Well, my name is Michael Keller, and I'm I don't know where else you want to go from there. I'm former University of Michigan Wolverine and Dallas Cowboy, and I spent 40 years in professional football with different leagues, different teams, and startup phases in NFL Europe, and worked directly at one time for Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Wow. Quite a resume, young man.
Yeah.
Not bad. I think that's about 400 things more than I have done in my world. And we've got a very young lady with us here, as a matter of fact.
Very young.
She might jump in, Mike, and ask a question or two. Go ahead and reintroduce yourself, if you would.
Hi, Mike. I'm Nayeli Cordova. And I just...
Hello, Maya. How are you?
I'm doing well,
I
thank
took her
you.
in off the street. She was at the bus stop, so I pulled her in here.
Yeah, just to make fun of my nails.
Oh, good.
No, I'm kidding.
For one little black dot, I have dirty
whatever
nails.
the case.
Dirty and nerdy.
Isn't that awful?
It's awful,
So-
yes.
Well, good. Are you a big sports gal?
Here's the thing. I have to make a quite particular disclaimer. I am a little bit, a tad, perhaps, I'm very ignorant with sports. I do like them, but I am excited to educate myself even more in sports. Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm in entertainment, blah, 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 yada, yada. So that's more of my expertise.
So
Well,
My
that's
giggle
sports is
set it up.
entertainment.
Right, so she
Yes.
is...
Sports is entertainment, so we're in the same genre.
Well, you know, I was former chairman of the fashion committee with Sanyo Entertainment and Sports Lawyers. So I was trying to pick the brains of those lawyers with entertainment law. I tried, and I learned a lot.
I know. We try to keep the lawyers as far away from the sport as possible, but insidiously they've insinuated themselves into almost everything we do. So we have to put up with them.
All I can say, they have their ways.
Right, they insert
Well,
themselves...
actually, I
everywhere.
was enrolled in law school at one time, but I chose the Dallas Cowboys over law school. So we'll figure.
Nice. Well, it's funny. I was a baseball player. And then I went to law school years later, but I don't practice because I don't want to represent anybody else. I just do all my own legal work. And I got to tell you, Mike, that's the safest way to do it. So now I don't have anybody chasing me down saying, hey, you didn't win this case. You didn't win this. I didn't get enough money. I don't want to hear that crap.
And you save a lot of money, too, because they're expensive.
Yes. All right, so I want you to talk a little bit about the USFL. Now, this goes back, for a lot of people that don't know about the USFL, give everybody the 30-second on the USFL and its relation to the NFL.
Well, the USFL started in the early 80s. It was kind of came about because, the NFL had kind of gone uncontested for, since the American Football League was rolled into the NFL. And so the United States came about because a lot of guys with more money than sense thought that by playing in the spring that they could carve out their own niche, and actually went. I was part of the Michigan Panthers, and our owner was an industrialist real estate guy named Taubman, Alfred Taubman. And he owned a lot of real estate in Troy and in Detroit, and he was a big sports fan, and so he bought the franchise for Michigan. We named them the Michigan Panthers, kind of going along with the Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my! And he kind of told us, I have one requirement, and I want you to win. and we said, okay, we can do that. And of course, when the USFL started, you may not know this, but they had very strict spending controls on the teams. And Mr. Taubman got his lawyers together and said that was blatantly antitrust. They cannot control on what we spend. And you go out and get the best players that you can. I'll back you up, and there's no way that they can stop us. And so we went out and we started a spending spree. And the first thing that I did was, having been in the game long enough, I knew that, you could get all the fast, speedy quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs that you want, but if you didn't have anybody blocking for them, those guys are just going to get beat up quick. So I went out and basically hired away the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. Of course, the Steelers were the best in the game at that time. And we signed 3 of the starting Pittsburgh Steelers offensive linemen and filled them in with a couple of Michigan guys. And, we protected Bobby Hebert, our quarterback, and he had time to throw to Anthony Carter.
Bobby was a good one.
And Derek Holloway, and the rest was history. We went on and won the USFL championship that first year, which was really big for Detroit because Detroit hadn't really won anything in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute since Detroit's won something. That's for sure. I think it's been.
Well, we were heroes. We were big time heroes, and they loved the way we played. It was kind of wide open, and we scored a lot. And we'd get behind and come back and win games, and we had something called the territorial draft. We had first claim on all the players from the state of Michigan, basically. So we were able to protect 5 players each from University of Michigan, Michigan State, Eastern, Western, and Central Michigan. So we were well represented in our state, and that was real popular, in the USFL at that time for all the teams. Whether it was Oklahoma or Southern Cal or Northern Cal. There's not too many football. There's a lot of football players come out of New York, but they don't play there. They go elsewhere. So.
Right.
But Donald Trump was the owner of Donald Trump was the owner of the New Jersey General. So I probably spent kind of interesting thing now since he's president. I probably spent 30-day long meetings with the Donald where he was trying to impress everybody on how much football he knew when he really didn't know jack. You know what?
Yeah, we can't really say that. Okay, so the USFL did have a lot of success. It did stick around for a while, but then it had a demise. And then many years later, we saw something called the XFL come to fruition.
Well, I was
you were involved with that as well.
I was the first guy hired for the XFL. I was the first guy hired for the XFL. Now, let me tell you real quickly why the demise of the USFL. The USFL was playing in the spring, and they decided to go to the fall. Okay, and they wanted to play in the fall head-to-head with the NFL because they felt they were strong enough. The problem was that the NFL had all of the networks tied up and exclusive contracts, and so none of the networks could take us on, even the ones that had televised us in the spring, and that led to a lawsuit, antitrust suit against the NFL, which the USFL won, but it took 3 years for it to wind its way through. So by the time the USFL finally won, and weren't given a large payout, so basically what it did is it just dwindled away and never started up again. So anyway, the XFL was started by another unique individual, and that is Vince McMahon, the WWF guy, and he always loved football, and he said, it's time to bring back spring football, and so we went on, but we're going to do it, a lot differently, and I'm an old football guy. I'm not so entrenched that I'm not open to ideas, but he had a lot of things that he wanted to do and did a lot of things that, that a lot of the fans were too crazy about.
Okay.
And actually it didn't last very long.
Okay, so listen, we have about a minute and a half left. When you were a part of that XFL team that came together, I'm saying the corporate team or the organizing team, if you will, how many teams?
Right.
Obviously, you started with a certain amount. And was the goal to match the NFL's amount of teams from a city by city basis, or were you looking to have other cities that did not qualify for the NFL, but maybe kind of like a franchise?
Our goal was that. Yeah, our goal was to have a combination. We knew we couldn't. We needed the television ratings, so we had to have in New York, and we needed
Right.
Chicago and some of the big towns. But we also branched out. We had a team in Tulsa, I believe, so we went and got some smaller cities. So we wanted to have a combination to take football to areas that didn't have it before and kind of be a combination. That was our goal.
Right. That's what I was alluding to.
We eventually wanted to have 16 to 20 teams was to eventually grow to that size.
Sure. All right. Well, Well, looking at the 16 teams, I could see how that really could work ideally in a playoff format, even if you take half the teams. And we see that right now in a lot of the sports, and whether it's basketball or hockey. And hell, I mean, we're starting to say, I think another wild card team might be added into the baseball world as well. Anyway, folks, we're going to be back here in just a few minutes with Mike Keller. He's a founding father of the USFL, the XFL, and NFL Europe. Also a former linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. Back here in a few minutes on the Sports Circus. Lots more to come. Don't go anywhere.
Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you start up with capital, business strategy, sales, and marketing, and establish your company with a physical location or an online presence on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea. Then American Business Trust can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com. Or call them at 657-600-1876. That's American Business Trust Company. 657-600-1876. Call them today. They'll help your business right away. That's American Business Trust Company. Online at abtrustco.com. American Business Trust Company. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you start up with capital, business strategy, sales, and marketing, and establish your company with a physical location or an online presence on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea. Then American Business Trust can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com. Or call them at 657-600-1876. That's American Business Trust Company. 657-600-1876. Call them today. They'll help your business right away. That's American Business Trust Company. Online at abtrustco.com. American Business Trust Company.
Attention business owners, you and your customers are listening to this commercial right now. Face it, every business needs customers, even yours. The Sports Circus is a primetime nationally syndicated program that's carried on ABC, NBC, CNBC, and Westwood One News affiliates, plus CBS, Fox, and NBC sports affiliates across North America with coverage from Hawaii to New York. Also, the Sports Circus is available to the 180 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, and the Sports Circus gets about 4 million website visitors per month, which could click through your website and bring sales. The Sports Circus provides great content featuring celebrity guests from sports and entertainment to our audience every weekday, which your company could greatly benefit from by increasing your visibility, foot traffic, eyeballs to your website, and calls from potential customers. Call us right now at 702-799-9935. Again, 702-799-9935, or email us at info@thesportscircus.com. That's info@thesportscircus.com. Drive your sales today by advertising with the Sports Circus. Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal. This segment is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company, helping your company with business strategy, sales and marketing, capital resources, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea. The American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. Visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's ABTRUSTCO, abtrustco.com, or call 657-600-1876. That's 657-600-1876. The American Business Trust Company. Call them right now, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. And a big welcome back to everybody listening in on iHeartRadio and our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, including our friends over in Honolulu on CBS Sports 1500 KHKA in sunny Southern California on NBC News, CNBC Financial, and NBC Sports, KCAA 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM, and 1050 AM right here in Las Vegas, KSHP 1400 in Chicago, WCGO 1590 and 95.9 FM, our Westwood One affiliate, and of course in Southern Alabama and the Florida Panhandle, WIRB Talk 1490, and on the New York Yankees Radio Network, 1340, 105.3 FM, WLVL, cover the greater Buffalo and Toronto markets. And, of course, a big thanks for everybody listening in on the sportscircus.com streamer and those watching us live on KHMP television right here in Las Vegas, 18.8. And, wow, I think that's about it. Maybe we forgot the Mars Rover. Actually, I think the Mars Rover's out of business. All right, I'm your Ringmaster Sal here with Nayeli Cordova and Mike Keller, founding father of the USFL, XFL, and NFL Europe, former Dallas Cowboy linebacker. Thanks for joining us again, Mike.
Yes.
All right. Just saying thanks for joining. Listen, folks, it's live. Anything could happen. You never know. So, Mike, I want to follow up a little bit more on the XFL because, we have the XFL's reforming, and what can you tell everybody about that? Because, the XFL is maybe Vince McMahon's being a little bit kind of under the, kind of on the down low on this. Doesn't really say too much about it.
I'm kind of mystified about what exactly are they trying to do because, I was involved in the first go around and I received a call from them, or I had a conversation with them, and I offered my services, to help them from an organizational standpoint, although I wasn't really interested in being full time. But I'm really not sure what they're trying to do. They've been very secretive about. At least I haven't seen it where or maybe nobody's paying attention. Where the city's going to be, and But Vince is really a creative guy. He sees the world from a different point of view, and and as he goes about it, he doesn't do it the conventional way. He does it from I guess the left brain or whatever they call it, that nobody really understands what the heck he's trying to do. And right now I don't understand what he's trying to do.
I don't either. And
I've been in the game for a long time.
Right. You're closer to it than anybody else that I know, but the masses are kind of scratching their head.
I really enjoyed the guy. The guy is truly a terrific individual, and I enjoyed every minute that I was with him, personally, and in his office and in his home and with his lovely wife Linda and his kids, and he's just a fantastic guy. Anybody, but he's also can be a real hard ass, and he doesn't take any prisoners, and so he really went. NBC was our partner, our TV partner, and we also had Paramount, and we also had I think one other one I can't remember, but we had all of our games were televised, but he just he just pulled the plug on it because he didn't like the way that NBC was going about their business. And, and of course, the NBC was negotiating with the NFL, and that kind of, pissed Vince off. So he just said, if I don't have a reliable television partner, he just shut the whole league down. That's kind of the way he operates. Despite the thousands of people that were employed by him, he just said, get your last check and adios, thanks for the memories, and that was it.
Okay, so that being said, look, you're closer to this than anybody else that I know of in my circle or, frankly, in most circles at all. So you would have a better idea. Maybe it's just the old blitzkrieg idea. Maybe he's just trying to drop a bunch of really cool thoughts at one time instead of just trying to say, all right, here's what we're going to do, here's what we're going to do, here's what we're going to do. You know what I mean?
Well, everybody advised him, including me, to not come out with, all of his crazy ideas right off the bat. Because football fans are used to watching a football game a certain way. So don't alienate them before you have a chance to win them, was kind of the advice that we gave him.
Right.
He was doing crazy. He was doing the crotch shots with the cheerleaders and stuff like that. And he actually was the instigator of all that because he wanted people talking about the XFL around the water cooler. He felt that was the way to make the league successful. Whereas it doesn't happen overnight. And frankly, with what we were paying, we weren't going to get the kind of players that we got in the United States Football League. We're only paying the players $45,000. The NFL was averaging $2 million at that point, and so we weren't going to take anybody away from the NFL, nor were we going to get anybody away that was probably making more than that in college.
Mike,
so it was tough for us.
Okay. Mike, I'm in the personal development area, and there's a very important question I've been meaning to ask you. So when you had your shoulder injury, you got injured and you had shoulder surgery, correct?
Surgery,
yes. How much of an impact did that make in your psychologically? And if you wouldn't have had that injury, where would you have seen yourself? How did you recover? Also?
Well, I was a pretty high draft pick, and I was, the Dallas Cowboys at the time had been very successful. They'd won the Super Bowl the year before. In fact, I played against them in the College All-Star game, which they don't play anymore. But anyways, the College All-Stars against the NFL champion, and they had all these aging linebackers: Chuck Hawley, Leroy Jordan, and Dave Edwards. They were all in their mid-30s, so I mean their time was coming, and so they realized they had to start getting some new linebackers in, and I was a fairly high pick. We had a second-round pick named John Babinez out of Villanova, and I was a third-round pick out of Michigan, and I think we were the heirs apparent. And
so
and I think my shoulder injury came at a very inopportune time. In that in the National Football League, it's pretty cold-hearted. A shoulder injury for a linebacker is not necessarily the death knell, but the injury that I had was one that they thought would take too long for me to come back. So I think that they actually started phasing me out pretty quickly.
Right.
Another interesting thing, and you may find interesting, but when the Cowboys brought me in my rookie season, before I scouted for the Cowboys after my rookie season, so I was an active player and I was a full-time scout in the off season.
Yeah,
so
you made huge changes in your career.
It never happened before or since that I was a scout. I was looking for players to replace myself with. Mm-hmm. So, and I probably was a better scout than I was a football player. But anyway, what it did for me, what the Cowboys did for me, is it led to a 40-year career in football, whereas it very seldom do you ever have players who move on and become scouts and then administrators.
Okay, so listen, Mike, we are getting ready to wrap up this segment, and we're going to ask you to go ahead and get all your interest out there. And look, I understand you may be a fisherman. Do a little fishing, get the line in the water. What do you think?
Well, I'm looking at my stream right now. I'm out of my back patio. It's the Muskegon River, and I've got my fly rod is within reach.
Nice.
And I also have my spin casting rod across the way. And if I see some activity out there, and sometimes the trout will rise, and feed on the, I grab my pole and I go out there and try to hook them, and I catch a few, but I'm not going to live off the fish I catch. But it is fun, and it's a beautiful spot, and I really enjoy it.
That's great. All right, listen, how can people follow you? How can they follow your, I don't know whether it's social media or you have a website, any causes or whatever? You have about 1 minute, and then we're out of here for the segment. What do you think?
Well, I tell you what, I'm about to be involved in several projects. One thing I do is I give speeches for Gigmaster throughout the Midwest.
Excellent.
Gigmaster is a National Speakers Bureau. so they can go to Gigmasters and see where I may be, giving a speech. I talk about leadership, and I talk about team development and individual development, and it's good for the corporate world as well as for the for sports teams. It kind of has applications across the board. So other than that. I'm enjoying retirement, but I kind of dabble in a bunch of stuff, and I'm enjoying myself in my retirement.
Excellent. Well, Mike, thanks for joining us today here on the Sports Circus. And Mike is a fellow guy with ties to Oak Park, where I grew up. That would be suburban Chicago, and an astounding round of applause for that. Excellent. Mike, be sure to stay in touch.
My sainted daddy was from Oak Park, so God bless him.
Excellent. Be sure to stay in touch. Mike, I'll talk to you probably over the weekend or so, but very, very nice of you to join us here at the Sports Circus. And, folks, we're going to be back in just a few minutes with a lot more to come, maybe a surprise or two. Don't go anywhere.
Dahibo Tea Club's original pure Pau d'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. So it naturally has antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-infection, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. But maybe more importantly, Dahibo Tea Club's original pure Pau d'Arco Super Tea builds corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer happens to die in oxygen. The tea is great for healthy people, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. Dahibo Tea Club's original pure Pau d'Arco Super Tea is only $34.95 plus shipping. Order now at buysupertea.com or call 818-274-8270. That's buysupertea.com, 818-274-8270, buysupertea.com.
Attention business owners, you and your customers are listening to this commercial right now. Face it, every business needs customers, even yours. The Sports Circus is a primetime nationally syndicated program that's carried on ABC, NBC, CNBC, and Westwood One News affiliates, plus CBS, Fox, and NBC sports affiliates across North America, with coverage from Hawaii to New York. Also, the Sports Circus is available to the 180 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, and the Sports Circus gets about 4 million website visitors per month, which could click through your website and bring sales. The Sports Circus provides great content featuring celebrity guests from sports and entertainment to our audience every weekday, which your company could greatly benefit from by increasing your visibility, foot traffic, eyeballs to your website, and calls from potential customers. Call us right now at 702-799-9935. Again, 702-799-9935. Or email us at info@thesportscircus.com. That's info@thesportscircus.com. Drive your sales today by advertising with the Sports Circus.
This is Dr. Mitch Gibson from The Mitch and Kathy Show. Have you ever wondered why you can't talk to people about certain things? Every day we go through life holding back on what we really want to talk about. Yes, there's a lot of talk shows that give you a chance to air your opinions about politics, race relations, and a host of other topics that you're supposed to be thinking about. Well, what about those other areas that you hold back on, such as that ghost you saw when you were a kid, those times when you travel outside your body, that UFO you can't talk about that you saw in your backyard, those strange people that appear and disappear around you, and you know you're not crazy. On the Mitch and Kathy Show, we give you a chance to talk about stuff like that, things that you hide from the world. In this way, we consider ourselves a guilty pleasure.
Visit themitchandkathyshow.com for more information, or go to gabradionetwork.com.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal. This segment is brought to you by Place Your Bet. If you like to bet on sports games, the NBA, the NHL, maybe a little football or basketball, or MMA or golf, and you're looking for a real bettor's edge on the casino sportsbook, call Place Your Bet right now at 702-799-9935 and subscribe. Place Your Bet uses money movement to determine its picks, just like the casino odds maker. In fact, they're the guys the casino don't want you to know about. Call Place Your Bet right now. 702-799-9935, 702-799-9935 right now. Call them right now or visit them online at placeyourbet.vegas. Get winners and cash tickets today with Place Your Bet. And a big welcome back to everybody listening in on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, and those watching us on KHMP television right here in Las Vegas, 18.8. I think you can also follow us at 702tv.net, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you check that out if you're here in Vegas. And guess what, folks? The shows are going to be archived. So if you want to watch this mayhem again, maybe we'll get the little puppy that's here on camera. Maybe we'll get him on camera as well. What's his name again? Chongo. And what's your name again? What are you doing in here?
It depends what mood I'm in.
And what's your name again? So everybody.
Last time I checked, it's still Nayeli.
Nayeli
Cordova.
That makes me want to say Telemundo and Sábado Gigante. I love that.
Yeah, it's just like that, only not.
But I love that, though.
Well, you keep loving it.
Well, I like it.
But it's not, this is not, well, I would say this is not Burger King. You can't have it your way, but then again, it's your show.
Oh, it's the cliche queen has shown up.
So, whatever.
Oh.
Guess you could do whatever you want because it's your show.
All right. So I got to tell you, here's something unusual. Now, we've seen there's young people around and so forth, little 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and toddlers in some cases. But imagine this: a toddler. Wait a minute, I'm on a roll right now. A toddler. Are you done?
No. Oh, because it's your show. Okay, there. It's your turn.
All right. Now it's my turn. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Mercy. So a toddler bought. I'm just going to mute you. There. That's it. I muted her mic. I had to because she just wouldn't stop. Anyways, but a toddler bought a $430 couch on Amazon while playing with her mom's telephone. That's unbelievable. How in the world does that happen? How does that happen? I will never know.
It happens. That and more.
Well, but of course it happened in California. A California mother got quite a surprise when she discovered her toddler purchased that $430 couch on Amazon. Amazon, you owe us money. And she says, quote, "I was so shocked," close quote. Now, Isabella McNeil told NBC Channel 7, quote, "I thought, did I buy a couch in my sleep?" Close quote. That's ridiculous. Right. But it turns out McNeil's 2-year-old daughter, Raina, was the clicking culprit. McNeil, who had recently been browsing on Amazon you owe us money, and browsing on Amazon for a new couch, received a notification from Amazon that her purchase had been shipped. That's hilarious. Quote, "I said, what? What couch? My couch is shipped. I didn't remember ordering a couch," close quote, McNeil said to NBC. She then remembered that the previous week, young Raina had requested to play with her mom's cell phone, saying, "Mama, phone, mama, phone." The toddler unknowingly utilized the buy it now and one-click button with Amazon, prompting an order for a gray tufted couch to be completed. Now, while McNeil attempted to cancel the order, she was unable to do so. So there was a $79 restocking fee, as well as the bill for around $100 to ship it back in a large box, of course, that you have to repurchase from Amazon. By the way, Amazon, you owe us money. Lo and behold, the couch arrived on her doorstep in a large cardboard box soon thereafter. That is absolutely hilarious.
Get out of town.
That's the real.
Get out of here.
And only in California is where it happens. It wouldn't happen in Chicago or New York or Florida. It has to happen in sunny Southern California. That's ridiculous. Now, could you imagine looking on your phone, maybe a child or something was playing on your telephone, and suddenly you bought a couch?
It's crazy. What's next?
I don't know what's next.
It's going to escalate from there.
Let's find out what Raina is going to purchase next.
You know what's next? We actually have a little girl that's 6 years old out of Utah named Caitlin who bought $400 worth of Barbies on her mom's Amazon account.
Really?
Wow. Yeah. She just wanted their mom. Yeah, right? That is an entrepreneurial
That's something I would have done.
Spirit right there.
Just a little girl.
She told her mom, I want to look at the date that it's going to come in because she got a Barbie for doing extra chores. Unbeknownst to the mom, she starts punching around and orders $400 worth of accessories for it.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Clever kid.
And, you know, we had a little puppy running the camera here at KHMP just a little while ago. I can't imagine what the puppy may have hit or may not. So we don't know. We don't know what the television audience is seeing. We don't have a monitor showing us back. But I'm very interested to see if maybe the puppy did a reverse camera so it could show itself. I don't really know. What do you think?
I wasn't actually thinking about that.
Why not?
Why?
Come on, Scratch Master. What else you got?
But it goes a little something like this.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Next.
Stop it. All right. All right. So, Rock, imagine a dog running a camera. This is crazy. And folks, it is a circus, and believe me, we prove it every day. That was coined by Colonel Bucky. Colonel Bucky used to be with us, a couple of years ago. He ran the board when we were over at SB Nation right here in Las Vegas. But they have, of course, had since reformed and so forth. So we're right here at 1400 KSHP in Las Vegas. But, Rock, I got to tell you, having a dog behind camera is something I've never seen. The dog was dancing in between to the music that was on. It was crazy.
What did you take before the show? I didn't see that.
It's right in
you
front
gotta
of you.
share
How can
it.
you not see it?
Jeez,
Look,
whatever you took, you
even
gotta
our
share
cameraman's
it.
acting like you
Kind
got
of
a bottle.
beer, or you got you bottle of beer or something, a little something you took that you're not sharing.
nothing.
I mean, who imagines
There's
that?
a bottle across
what
the
kind of
next table
imagination
over.
is that? I saw nothing.
Rock, she saw everything. She's doing what women do. They tell white lies, right?
White lies.
I don't know
What,
about
really?
that. I mean,
Why? How do lies have colors?
I don't know. I never knew
Why?
that.
Why are you putting colors to lies?
That is a phrase. It
so
is.
when is it an orange lie? Since
I don't
orange
know.
is your favorite
I
color.
love orange. Absolutely. I love orange. And by the way, Rock,
Orange
I got a wonderful gift bag here today from our esteemed guest hostess. That would be Nayeli Cordova. And it's with all kinds of orange stuff. I got an orange Frisbee, so we can play orange Frisbee out in the parking lot, and some Fanta orange, some orange juice, some circus peanuts, because they're orange as well. Gotta love the circus peanuts. This is the circus, of course, right?
That's right.
Excellent.
Frisbee, it's a sports related.
Right, so we had to keep the sports theme going.
Yes.
That's very exciting. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. That was very cool.
Thank you very much.
Did our cameraman have anything to do with that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so I guess
put
that
in all the
means yes.
work. I just put his name like
Did you? Oh, so you brought the gift and you wrote his name on it?
Of course.
Oh, is
it would
that-
be kind of weird just for me.
So now he's giving you that look. You know that look? You got that look in your eye.
Oh, it's okay. I could take care of that later.
Rock, you know that look, man? Rock, you know that look, man?
What, man?
Rock, are you rolling?
Did you know what I'm talking about, man?
I know what you're talking about, me.
All right, man, just checking.
Are you talking to me or are you talking about me?
Hey, don't worry about that.
Oh, I worry.
All right.
I worry.
So is this your first time on the radio?
No,
How many times have you been on radio?
several times.
Really? What's the
Yeah.
last time you were on?
With Marcus Noel, the Soul Suite in San Diego.
I didn't ask you to plug a show.
Oh,
I just
what?
asked you
What?
when was the last time.
Well, okay, Amber, jeez. Okay, a year and a half. A year and a half.
A year and a half ago.
And some.
Hence the tongue noise that she just made.
Well, it helped me remember more.
And when's the last time you were on television? Now, folks, she does run the runway, and you're a ballerina as well, right?
Yes. Well, I
Very
mean, I don't
exciting.
dance. I just walk on my toes. I stay on point.
Well, of course, so she stays on point.
Literally.
Oh, and
Those
and the
pun,
jokes start to come
those
in.
point puns.
Okay.
Gotta love them.
So how long have you
Point
ran the
puns.
runway?
I've been walking the runway for 15 years.
15 years.
Well, hey, whatever helps you just be in the mode or remember things.
Okay,
That helps
so
me.
we have 30 seconds left.
Yes.
Go ahead and plug your social media so people could follow you.
Ballet Catwalk, Ballet Runway on Facebook, Nayeli Cordova, and Nayeli Art Modeling and Personal Development Training.
How do you spell Nayeli for all those that can't spell today?
And really quick parentheses, Nayeli Art Reality Theories. Nayeli.
Nayeli. All right, well, thanks for joining us today, young lady.
Hey, thank you for having me, Sal. Thank you. I really
Lots of
enjoyed
fun,
this
lots of mayhem. It's always
Yes.
it's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. Folks, we're going to be back tomorrow with a very special guest. So whatever you do, make sure you tune in 23 hours. We're going to be back here on the circus. Thanks for everybody joining us, especially Mike Keller. A very, very fun guest. And by the way, he's going to be back with us when we do talk XFL. So for Nayeli Cordova and Mike Keller, I'm your Ringmaster Sal, and we'll see you next time right here on your favorite station. Until then,
Sal.
So long, everyone.
Ciao, bye, cut.
Attention business owners, you and your customers are listening to this commercial right now. Face it, every business needs customers, even yours. The Sports Circus is a primetime nationally syndicated program that's carried on ABC, NBC, CNBC, and Westwood One News affiliates, plus CBS, Fox, and NBC sports affiliates across North America with coverage from Hawaii to New York. Also, the Sports Circus is available to the 180 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, and the Sports Circus gets about 4 million website visitors per month, which could click through your website and bring sales. The Sports Circus provides great content featuring celebrity guests from sports and entertainment to our audience every weekday, which your company could greatly benefit from by increasing your visibility, foot traffic, eyeballs to your website, and calls from potential customers. Call us right now at 702-799-9935. Again, 702-799-9935, or email us at info@thesportscircus.com. That's info@thesportscircus.com. Drive your sales today by advertising with the Sports Circus.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM.